Hi guys, this is Heather O'Brien with My Portfolio, and I am here today to show you how to automate and delegate with your team. Okay, so how to give your team access so they can delegate and automate your whole business. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come into the My Portfolio system, obviously, and I'm going to go to System Config, and then I'm going to click on User Access. Now this is where I can update passwords, I can see all the users that are on my system, and I can create new users. So I'm going to create a new user and show you guys how that works. Simply hit the Create User button, and every single user gets an email address. So make this their email address that you communicate with them. So let's call it newuser@myportfolio.com, and this is a new user. All right, now you can set up a temporary password here, and then you can simply click Save. Now, once you save, you want to make sure that after you save, just by default, we actually make the user inactive. So you want to make sure that you click Active User, and then I'll show you how to give them access to your system. So by clicking on the user access rules, you have the ability to give them rights to see certain things in your system or to not see certain things. Now I'm going to walk you through each role. Now, an acquisition contractor. What this is this is a user that you give access to add properties into your pipeline, and they have the ability to view the properties that they have entered in and only the properties that they have entered in. They can't see other people's properties, only their own that they are associated with, that they have done that by themselves or that you associate with them. And they can only see your pipeline and your acquisition. So these are like your property scouts. You don't want them to see other people's properties, and you also don't want them to see your contacts or your buyers list. Then you have an acquisition manager. Now that acquisition manager can see all of your pipeline and acquisition deals, but they cannot see your sales and your profits, your reporting, or your contacts. A buy and hold user will have access to the pipeline, acquisition, and hold, but not the sales or closed. HLP gives you access to our loan modification within the contacts. Investor. Now this gives each investor the ability to view the properties that you give them access to. So within each property, you can click on the My Prop Access and give investors access to just that one property. Now a property manager is going to have access to the hold. A rehab agent is going to have access to the rehabs that they are working on. A rehab manager is going to have access to all the rehabs. A sales agent is going to have access to your contacts, to only the contacts they are associated with. And of course, a sales manager is going to have access to all the contacts within your system. And then you have your system config. Now that gives them access to the system config to be able to create groups for you, set up new users on the system, create all your drop downs and the values for those. So there you go, guys. Now you have access to give your team access to the system so they can go automate your business and you can delegate out to them. So remember, guys, always have fun.